Oh my god, I'm getting lightheaded.
Good evening, Aaron. It's Friday. As you know, I am a very avid Tolkien fan. I am very humble. Do not claim you're a Tolkien fan if you ask me, where's High Pass? Kind of, about my knowledge on Lord of the Rings. Now let me just get one thing straight. You can ask a Tolkien fan anything you want, and they will give you a well-thought-out explanation to your mind-boggling question. But if there is one question you should never ask a Tolkien fan is, why didn't the Eagles just fly Frodo into Mount Doom and then destroy the ring that way? If you value your life, you will never, ever, ever ask this question. There are two possible outcomes to asking a Tolkien fan this very precarious question. The first outcome is they will calmly acknowledge your inquiry, make a passive-aggressive comment as to why that theory is completely bogus, following which they will probably stick their nose up in the air thinking that you are beneath them for even asking such a preposterous thing. The second outcome, and this is probably my favorite and most accurate, is ripping your throat out with every counter theory they can whip out of their authentic and real sheath and drive you into the ground with their superior Tolkien apprehension. I am guilty of doing that. Either way, it is not a fair fight, and I would advise you against it. That being said, some dude had the audacity of asking me that question today. So, let me break it down for you. First of all, and this is probably the most important point, if Tolkien would have wanted to fly the ring into Mordor with the Eagles, he would have done it, and it would have made for a very short, very unepic series. Secondly, if the Fellowship were to take the Eagles, they would have to go to the Eagle's Eyrie, which is only accessible if you fly there with the aid of an eagle. If an eagle went to go and pick up the Fellowship from a specific point and bring them to the Eagle's Eyrie, they would have risked any form of secrecy that the Fellowship would have had in their plans if they were to take the Eagles to Mordor. And High Pass, which is where the Eagle's Eyrie is, it's completely surrounded by orcs and goblins and spies of Saruman and Sauron, and oh my god, they would have gotten caught. Every single possible outcome, if you take any of the 4 passes through the Misty Mountains, you will run the risk of getting caught by spies. If they took the Eagles into Mordor, then there wouldn't be an epic journey that is the Lord of the Rings. But the point is, there is no possible way that taking the Eagles to Mordor would have made their mission 100% effective. They would end up doing the exact same thing anyways. Anything could happen. It's circumstantial. Go up to the Eagles in High Pass, probably run the risk of getting cut down by orcs or goblins, or at least captured, or at least spotted. Take the Eagles from the Eagle's Eyrie and then flying to Mordor, you run the risk of running into the Nazgul. Try and ask the Eagles to pick you up anywhere along the Misty Mountains, you'll ruin your stealth again. I admire the guy who did this, but any theory that has to do with Frodo taking Eagles to Mordor should just be put to rest right now. If Tolkien would have wanted it to happen, it would have been so. And asking a Tolkien fan that just angers them. It doesn't matter if Frodo took the ring into Mordor with the Eagles, or if he traveled on foot with Sam. It doesn't matter if Aragorn didn't think to take the Eagles either. You know, there's a whole bunch of theories that you can go with as to what would be an easier way to get Frodo into Mordor to destroy the ring. Aaron, thanks for listening. Peace out. It's just so frustrating.